Hello again. I'm gonna go and do mansplaining skips. So essentially, just chapter 8. Mansplaining's weird. When not when you don't have weapons, the lineups for it are somewhat interesting. You can still get a fair amount of it off. It's weird. I'll show you what I mean in a second. But first we have to get there. So I already have weapons. I gotta unequip them. That's just because I set up the save to have weapons to help me with any percent. Anyways, you look about there, between these two pillars. You do a dash, so you hit running speed, jump, pod spin, jump, pod spin, dash, plunge, pod spin, and do absolutely nothing. Doesn't matter. You can dash through this wall right over here, or over it.
Bunker to 2B.
2B here.
We've got a number of broken down access points on the field. The cause appears to be an EMP attack from a gigantic machine life form. If you encounter any offline access points, please repair them for us.
Understood.
So that's essentially just the routing to get here. We can do copy skip version number 1, but it's just you have to void out first so you can make the distance, which is why it's slower.
What is this?
Analysis. This area is composed of crystallized silicon and carbon.
What's with the corpses?
It is unlikely the Yorha units came this far on their own. Hypothesis. The enemy must have placed them here deliberately.
Or we, machine life forms, I suppose, have a keen interest in humanity, love, family, religion, war. The more human records I unearth, the more charmed I am by their complexity. This city is one of many areas I created out of a desire to understand, to know humans. It's grand, don't you think? Almost spiritual. And yet it's currently nothing more than an android graveyard. I seek to learn and adopt all facets of humanity. Some desired love, others family. Only then.
Proposal. Prioritize search for 9S.
I know. Let's move.
I have severed my connection to the network. Now,
So that was
let us
mansplaining,
embrace death.
which is basically just getting over that rock. Now to explain this fight. So there's Adam, he's so cool. Anyways, I don't have debug mode. Shoot. But anyways, let's just say that I was normal leveled. What would happen is whenever I hit Adam, I would be pushed back. So the way to deal damage to him is dash punch. Yeah, that's basically it. And then you just deal enough damage to make it to the next phase. Not really anything special.
Surely that's not all. I don't have time for you. I need to find 9S.
Ah, 9S. Come to me!
Alright. Now to explain how mansplaining works. So, there's a fair amount of lineups here, but I know of 4 in particular. There's 1 here. There's 3 that are right here, within that small range. And those are the lineups that I know of. So let me show you it off. So there's 1 about here. If you do a lift, and a plunge. So if you notice something, this is the lineup. As you can see, the vertical box, the box on top, and then the windowsill. What happens is I do a lift, I dash, and then I plunge. And if you notice, I'm dashing into the block, and I'm getting clipped inside of it. That doesn't always work, so you do a dash right above the block, and that will sometimes work. So those are the 2 heights that you need. Either into the block, or above the block. Anyways, let's go for this one right over here. Oops, that's too low. I think it's... Like this. That one's above the block. And then another one over here. That was above. And then there's one around here, I think. I think that was the same one before. Yes, not it. Okay, maybe it's closer than here. If you're wondering as to where the clips are when they're located, you dash into it like this, or you dash into it like this. Sorry, not like that. Sorry. You'll notice that 2B's right knee is on top of the block. And that's where the height requirement is. If it's above the block, you're too high. Hit the on top of the block. There it is. That was on top of the block. As you could see that I wasn't hitting that corner. Sorry, that corner that was there. I was above it, not there. Not here. And those are the 2 heights you have. And the rest of it are just the lineups, which are basically next to the windowsill, in the middle of it somewhere, and then right there. I don't think this one works. I can try it out. That's way too high. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. There we go. That's why mansplaining is quote-unquote easy. It's just quote-unquote. With weapons or without weapons. Then the next part of it is you just jump here and hold forward. Essentially what happens is this block, you fall on top of this block, but you're not really, you fall on top of this lower block, and you're currently being pushed between the wall and the outer block. So what the game does is it pushes you into this smaller block, and that block pushes you through the wall, which is how you get through this. If you're over here, instead you just get pushed into this corner and go flying everywhere. You can just jump out though, nothing too bad. The next thing, of course, is if you're over here, you can just jump back on top, as you're still out of bounds. And that's essentially it for this whole section. See you in the next video, I guess.